Thanks to the minimalism and decluttering movements sweeping the globe right now, people are getting rid of more stuff than ever. In fact, donation centers are getting record donations of stuff. And while that might seem like a good thing, there's actually a massive problem with it. Those donation centers are getting so much stuff that nobody actually wants that they're being forced to rent massive storage facilities that cost them money because they don't know what to do with this stuff either. Here's the thing, donating stuff is great too, especially if it is in good condition, it's stylish and modern, or incredibly practical, something that someone else is for sure going to want. But before you default to donating the stuff that you declutter, I would highly recommend that you try to sell it instead. And there are a bunch of really good reasons why.
Break the twitch.
The first reason is perhaps the most obvious, and that is simply that you are attempting to regain some monetary value from the things that you spent your money on. Especially if you went through a phase of a lot of consumption or consumerism where you were buying a lot of things, it's really good to try to recapture some of that money as you remove those things from your life. So just getting some money back in your pocket is really the most obvious and clear reason why you would actually want to try to sell stuff instead of just donating it. Sure, it definitely does take more effort to sell stuff than it does to just pack it up into a box and pass it off to someone else. But there are some really convincing reasons as to why that effort is worth it as well. Serious, sustainable lifestyle change takes time and effort. It is slow to go from a consumer-based lifestyle to a creator-based lifestyle where you are not consuming as much and you are creating more in your own day-to-day life. That doesn't happen overnight. And if you bear the brunt of the pain of going through and processing and dealing with the things that you've brought into your life, you are more likely to change as a person as a result of that practice. That way, you actually evolve along with the decluttering process. You're not just getting rid of stuff, you're changing your mentality about the stuff in your life too. The third thing is very simple. If you are struggling to sell something that you want to get rid of, that means that whoever you give it to would probably struggle to sell it too. And that includes the donation centers that take donations and then put those things on their shelves to sell to support the nonprofit organizations that they support. So if you can't sell it, it's very likely that they won't be able to sell it either. Number 4 is that we tend to perceive the value of things at the level we paid for them. So even if the thing you're selling is not very expensive, if the person that's buying it from you pays money for it, they're going to appreciate it more, they'll take better care of it, and it will probably last much longer, thus improving and continuing the life cycle of that product. It continues the pattern of sustainability, of reusing the thing that the person will be more appreciative of than if they got it for free. It's this weird human psychological thing, but it's absolutely real. And the 5th reason goes back to that concept of sort of reprogramming your brain and making those slow and steady changes in your personal growth that actually change you as a person. When you sell stuff, you are seeing the going rate value of the things that you buy, which means that you probably know what you spent on the thing and you now know what it's going for in the open used market. It's very likely that you might not be able to get that much money for the stuff that you're selling. So the good thing about this is that it works both ways. If you're not the person selling stuff, that means that you can acquire more of the things that you need for less money at their actual market value on the used market when you need it. I absolutely think that it is wonderful to donate things to charities, to organizations that are in good condition, usable, and practical items that are likely to sell. But it definitely should not be the default for how you get rid of stuff. It's easy to feel good about donating stuff when you just throw a bunch of stuff in a box and it becomes someone else's problem. Instead, I think you should deal with those things one by one, even if you have to, even if it takes a little bit more time. Before you go, I'd be really curious to know if you've had a similar experience trying to sell stuff, or if you have an interesting story about donating something. Let me know in the comments of this video and I'll chat with you there. Finally, just make sure to check out @BreakTheTwitch on Instagram, where we're sharing more stories, images, and doing kind of behind the scenes stuff here at Break the Twitch as well. So we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.